Hey everybody, welcome to the Revive Yourself podcast. Here we go. So guys and girls, welcome back to the show. As always, this episode is sponsored by www.reviveyourself.co, my website where you can find so many articles about health and healing, as well as other links to different podcast episodes, the chronic fatigue solution, the book I wrote a few years back, which gives you the 3 big secrets to health, and my newly released online course, the Total Health Revival course, which, if I don't say so myself, is unlike anything else on the market. Whereas other courses in health just concentrate on one aspect of healing, this course gives you everything you need to know to create a healthy body and mind, because it looks at you holistically. We don't just go into nutrition, we go into the mental, the emotional, the biological, the spiritual, and the environmental as well. So, back with another show. This time I've got Tom Stavely and Greg Newlands. I'm saying your name right, Tom?
Absolutely.
Yeah, cool. And we're my 2 business partners when it comes to Kaizen, and we'll be talking everything about Kaizen today and what we're doing, why we're doing it, why we're bringing this product to market. Yeah, we just want to give you the lowdown really, because obviously since we've mentioned the protein's come out, we've had a lot of interest, and we're almost at the point where we're going to be bringing it to you. We've had a few delays, as we always say. I think it's the 3-2 rule. If things take 3 times as long and cost twice as much, and so we've just been ironing out a few little technicalities, and we're almost ready to bring it out to you guys. And so I wanted to have a conversation with my 2 partners here about what it is we're doing, why we're doing it. So welcome to the show, guys.
Hello.
Thanks, mate. The
Cool.
2 good-looking business partners.
Yeah. Humorous too. Yeah. We're just at the moment we're in Dubai, where we've just been setting a few things up, and I think it's one of Tom's favourite places he's ever been to. He loves it here. He loves the abundance of nature, the clean air, and yes, you especially the culture over here, my man, don't you? So I think Tom would be coming back, be buying a property over here. He just can't wait to. And Greg's it's his first time to Dubai, so he's just taking it all. What are you thinking of it so far, mate?
I mean, it's better than being stuck in England in the cold right now, so it's alright. I've got a pull with you too, which is a downside.
No, so for everyone out there, guys, that's listening, obviously I've spoken a little bit on my channel about what we've been doing with Kaizen, why we're bringing this product to market and what it is. And so if you're new to this, Kaizen is our new company where we'll be bringing the world's finest whey supplement protein to you guys, to the world. And it's something that we've been working on we've had this idea for a while, but the last year especially we've been getting things moving. And for myself, it was something I wanted to do because I've seen what's on the market when it comes to lots of supplements, and luckily Tom here, who owns Ancient Purity, has got quality supplements across the board, very pure. But there's still certain supplements on the market that just need to be done better, that are not pure, that are heated, denatured, especially when it comes to protein. Sorry guys, had a little pause there where one of our bed sheets just flew off the balcony. We're 30 stories up. That's gone. That's gone.
Not coming back.
Yeah, just talking about why we're doing this and what we're bringing to market, and just saying because we really want to bring the most pure product we can to market, especially when it comes to protein. There's so many products out there, so many products claiming to be stuff that they're not. Once you do the research, you see this, and especially animal foods that are the most nourishing on the planet that are getting a bad rep recently. Veganism used to be alternative, now it's gone mainstream. There's an agenda behind the foods that nourish you. I always wanted to bring something to market that was just going to be of the highest quality and something that can be used by everyone. And the product that we're bringing to market is not just protein. People usually associate that with athletes, but this can be used by everyone, and it's got the precursor to glutathione in it, which means it's very good for detoxifying. So this product is fantastic for anyone, yes, if you're an athlete, but also people just looking to have great health, detoxify their body, nourish their body, give it life-giving food. That was my reason behind it, and also to give mothers the option of, rather than giving their children or babies toxic highly inflammatory, allergenic baby food that every ingredient in what you're on the supermarket shelf is just garbage. It's just something they can use as well. So, yeah, why did you want to bring this to market?
I really learned about whey protein, to be honest. The first time I really realised how great it was listening to Dr. McCullough talk about it, and then I realised, it's a lot more. This was like 12, 13 years ago, and I've realised, it's a lot more than a training supplement. This is something, for everybody, because it's always considered by most people in the natural health industry, it's more considered, the gym goers use, and it's not really so much of a natural health supplement. But I obviously realised, no, this really is like right up there at the top for natural health. We should say superfoods really, because basically it's food, so it's not a supplement, and it's something that can be taken every day. So many years ago I realised the strength of it, and then I've been into colostrum and various other, bone broth and various other, let's say, animal-based products over the years, and I did my transition from being a vegan many years ago and then getting heavily into sort of more animal products. And whey is something that I've used. I used Dr. McCullough's one. We actually used to sell that on the website years ago, and as we picked up a few ourselves from various different brands over the years, and there genuinely is some good ones out there, so you can get whey protein in a good form. You can get good quality whey proteins that will still give you some benefit. But when the opportunity came up to, we've got a source to actually get the very best that there is, that was amazing. So I was totally on board to get involved with this. And I think as well, like as we've always said, it's something that I want to take daily. And although I do go to the gym, if I wasn't going to the gym, I would still be using this daily. Mm-hmm. So I would put the whey protein, I would absolutely put that in my top 5 of things that I would take daily. Or some things even I would cycle, but with the whey protein, I would be having this daily. So it's something I believe in that much, and I love that much. I'm all for being passionate and getting people to try it, because it's not just about it being like a supplement food that you can use daily. It's also regenerative and restorative, and like you just mentioned, you can use it for babies and children and adults and old people struggling to gain weight, people that are just aging, people with health problems. It's got so many. I'm really excited about this food.
No, 100%. And that's the thing, that there are some good ones on the market, but even McCullough's now, which is, I think
none
it's...
of them are up to par.
No, but McCullough's one isn't even... Actually, might do a Miracle Whey now. I remember trying his other one, and it just... I was the problems, like, my digestion wasn't great with it, because he's got a lot of plant-based stuff in there as well, with one of his ones.
It's got like the
Ancient Grains, that's it, and wasn't good. And now there are some good ones. I've used other companies before, the Vital Whey, for example, who actually claim to be completely non-denatured and not heated, but they are.
There's ones that you could take and they're not going to do you harm, but you're not getting the full spectrum, real benefit, and reaching the full potential of whey, and that's very different.
That's the thing, isn't it? When it says 25 grams of protein on the actual product on the label, and you're not absorbing all that because of the quality's not there, you're not getting what you pay for, right?
Yeah, bioavailability, and that's the thing as well. For example, our protein isn't heated at all. Even the ones on the supermarket shelf, even the ones on the shelf of health stores that say they are non-denatured and haven't been heated, they actually have to 161 degrees Celsius, and so you are denaturing the proteins. No matter what it is, if I put something in the oven, it doesn't matter what temperature it is. If I put the heat on it at all, it is.
It's just like the pomegranate juice that you can get in supermarkets. It's not going to do you harm particularly, but you're not really getting the benefit. And they use this word flash pasteurised. So it's only been pasteurised just for a few seconds. Well, any touching of it at all, any heating of it, it's damaged it. And it's the same with whey. It's exactly the same. Any slight alteration turns it from a fully natural food into something that's been processed. Any form of processing at all it's no longer in its original state, and like Greg said, it's no longer got its original benefits. It's not got its full spectrum.
Well, you've changed it, haven't you? So it's like the difference between raw milk and conventional milk. Just forget the cows, the quality of the farming, and even what the cows are being fed. The fact that you've heated it changes the milk, it changes the structure of it, and that's what we've really got here. It's raw milk in its most pure, and even with, let's say, high levels of glutathione, which are master detoxification for the body. We're also we're putting it in, but one of the things I wanted, because Greg's background is he's competed, he's a fitness athlete, he's done the cover shoots and worked on bodybuilding in that industry. And having high quality protein is really important for people in those industries, as it is for everyone. As Tom said, so most people today, they're not having enough protein in their diet, especially not enough high quality protein that they can actually absorb. But for you, I just wanted to touch on the actual importance of people getting the right amount of protein in their diet and being able to utilise that and what that means for their health.
Yeah, 100%. That's one of the reasons I wanted to do this, because I've been taking protein shakes for probably about a decade, and when you take something seriously, you want to get the results. And the more and more you learn about actual quality of products, you want to actually get what you're paying for. And this is something that you're going to get what you pay for. It's going to benefit you massively. It's going to support your training. It's going to support your health. It's win-win.
Yeah, support your immune system. It's
I
going to
think
be
as well.
everything.
It's like one big thing, because obviously you were saying about taking a lot of whey, is that back in those times you were just doing probably 2 or 3 scoops, whereas with this, because it's got everything, you just don't need as much, do you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's when you're putting in your body and you're actually getting the amount from it that you should be. You look at the back of the packet of other proteins and you're actually not getting the value for money. Is it worth taking them?
Yeah.
And you've got on top of that the digestion problems as well. It's
all the sweeteners, everything they put in them.
It's heated.
It's actually causing you more harm than good, as opposed to this, which is actually going to support you in multiple ways.
Just on that, we've tried it with people, who've had digestive issues, who couldn't take other proteins and protein powders, and they've had this and they're like, oh my god, I didn't even feel it.
Exactly.
It's so pure. You can tell that just because when you actually even touch when you see the powder and you actually have it yourself, it just it dissolves instantly. It's not gritty, it's not bitty. It's just
creamy.
It's creamy. Yeah, you can even have it without anything else. You can dry eat it if you want, but obviously that's not going to be the nicest way to take it. But when you compare it to other proteins on them, they're not even in the same league. It's not even apples and oranges. It's apples and bowling balls, like what on the shelves, as Greg was talking about there. There's nothing more expensive than a supplement that doesn't work, and also there's nothing more expensive than a supplement that actually detracts from your health. And when you're taking these cheap whey proteins, they're actually
especially the isolate.
Oh, there's isolates, but all of them with the artificial flavours and sweeteners, and then binders and fillers. They're actually detracting from your health.
I don't know exactly this, but I have heard from quite a few people that really after a workout, that if you consume something really like sugary, unnatural sugar right after a workout, that actually affects the growth hormone production. And it's just like, you're taking the whey protein to repair after the workout, but then the unnatural sugars or unnatural sweeteners in them are actually affecting your growth hormone production after the workout, which is going on for hours, or supposed to go on for hours after a workout. Yeah. So it's just like we could talk so much just about without our protein, the damages of what typical shitty whey does.
Yeah. Well, we all know how good companies are now at actually advertising things to look great, when actually cereals and all these other high protein products that are absolutely shit. Because these companies are so good at advertising, they suck people in. And even myself, I've took so many different types of brands of protein powders over the years. It wasn't until I met you, Ryan, and was talking to you and educating myself further on the actual difference in quality. And when you're aware of that, you realise that most of the market is just really good advertising, but not much to actually back it up.
Great packaging as well. Such wicked pictures and labels that make it look so enticing.
It's a bit like Big Pharma. They spend 19 times more on their advertising than they do on any research. And when it comes things with this, it's like a therapeutic supplement, guys, as well. So this is So it's things you can put in your morning smoothie or afternoons. But you can have, yes, you can have it when you're been working out, but you can have it as like a meal with your meal replacement. Yeah, it's a creamer. Yeah, you can use it as anything. You can even use it if you want to put it in certain things to add protein to. If you're doing like smoothie bowls or other sort of desserts, anything like that, chia seed pudding and things like that. It's very versatile, and I said before, especially that as you age, they even related all-cause mortality to decrease in muscle mass as you add health and having the right amount of protein available. Because here's the thing as well, guys, there's no essential, there's essential proteins and there's essential fats, but there's no such thing as an essential carbohydrate, because your body can actually break down proteins and fat for energy. Whereas, not saying the body can't perform good on carbohydrates if you're very reactive, etc. But when it comes to it, the body needs protein, and most people aren't getting enough, especially enough high quality. Most of it, even people's diets, when they're buying chicken or beef that's been reared in a terrible way, fed terrible.
As well, it's really just, if you want to, unfortunately, unless your meat is organic and decently sourced, to get enough protein, it's like having to eat a lot of animal foods, and a lot of it is sort of not all that great, unless you're lucky enough to get more sort of wild meats like elk and deer and things like that. But it's this way you can get a lot more protein into your diet without the other disadvantages of overeating meat, really.
Well, it's not even the thing of, when it comes to that, like most of my audience, if you're new, then welcome, but most of my audience, they're pretty clued in with this. They'll be buying wild, they'll be buying organic, but sometimes in the daytime, if you've got things going on, you don't want to have things that are heavy, and you still want to get your protein in. And so having a smoothie,
meal replacement, really, isn't it? I mean, for all those terrible, because you mentioned the formulas, you forget about those awful meal replacement things that people are on.
Yeah.
Or there's some popular brands as well that do it, but it's just, and a lot of garbage in them as well. But this is, you can make up a couple of bottles of it and you've got meal replacement.
Well, it's healing, yeah. You can have it as a meal replacement, you can have it as a drink, and you can have it in the morning. It's not going to gas you out, bloat you, it's going to nourish you, it's light. Yeah.
Yeah, my dad's like prime example is recovering from cancer now, and he was obviously given, unfortunately, he's old school and wanted to go down the kind of the typical route, and he's obviously been given from his doctor. What were them meal replacements
that he took?
Yeah.
Was it Esure? Was it Esure? They were the ones that are given it's full of crap.
So this is something that he could take instead of. One, it's actually putting goodness in his body as opposed to putting crap in his body. Yeah, used for so many things, so beneficial.
Really, you could make some really good desserts from it as well.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. But even the smoothies, for me, like one of my favourite ones is like a couple of frozen bananas and some raw milk or some coconut milk. It's delicious. You can put a bit of raw honey in there as well. And it's just something you can have as a breakfast or as a snack or whatever. But it's something that everyone can take as well, unless you're a staunch vegan. But everyone, if in the daytime, you can use it. If you wanted a light dinner, you can have something like that. But it's something that people are really. You see it today, like people in terms of the amount of lean mass that they have. It's something I would definitely suggest getting it. It's something I enjoy taking because I know it's light, it's nourishing,
I think what's
easy to take.
Really great about it, because you mentioned a vegetarian thing there as well, is that it's just, there's no harm to the cows in this, because it's not factory produced, it's not factory farmed cows.
Small batch.
Yeah, it's small batch, clean, biodynamic, organic farm. So the cows aren't in fear when the milk's collected from them, they're not treated badly, so all of that rolls into the finished product, the finished food. So you've got something that's not only, it's vegetarian because it's from the animal, but also there's no harm caused to the cows in this. It's not like typical whey protein where the cows are obviously mass factory farmed cattle.
But that's the difference, right? It's super high quality.
So all of it, every level of this is organic, every level of it is clean, every level of it is really sustainable, and it's done so nicely.
It's the highest quality. And that's why it's taken us time to bring it out, because we're not cutting corners in this. We're not sparing any expense. Because
right down to the packaging.
Yeah, the packet. We're talking about that, but this is like the farm that we're getting this from. had to make sure, had scientists go there and test the soil to make it was the most nutritionally dense soil in the area. So the cows that are actually chewing that grass, it's the most nutritionally dense, so they're as healthy as possible. They roam the land. It's like biodynamic farm, so it's high level and organic. Crop rotations done around moon and lunar cycles.
Waxing.
There's no, of course, like they're living life as they should be. Everything that's gone into this, and then you're talking about the packaging. No expense spared again in terms of we're using Miron glass here, which is it's like
it's not just about the fact this is, I think, the first whey protein that's in glass. It's in Miron dark violet glass, which actually allows infrared light into the supplement, the food in this case, and actually enhances it. So once you put it into Miron, it's not that it's slowly going off, it's actually getting better. And they've done all these tests with chives that they bought at the same time, put them in brown bottles, put them in glasses. This is brown glass, clear glass, and Miron glass. And 3 months later, the chives in the green and fresh still, and they've gone brown or grey in the others. So it's not to look flash, this Miron jar, it's actually functional. So it enhances the product and enhances the storage, which is why we want people to only buy the jar, and then you can buy a refill pack from the jar. So you just top up the jar.
And the jar's actually, and so it enhances it. It also keeps out the bad or the damaging rays that would damaging UV lights. But the jar also, it's convenient. It's something you can take when you're travelling. So you can buy your reusable pouches, but you can keep the jar and take it wherever you want with you. So it's a nice size that will fit in a rucksack, because sometimes you go away, you're travelling, and you want to take it with you. And it said before, no expense spared.
It's a no-brainer. It's the packaging and the product it's for a reason, Like, why would you not take the jar with you when it actually enhances the product?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, it's something, and this, here's the thing, guys. Whey, and same as a lot of products in the market, you'll hear people talking positively about them and then negatively about them. There's good and bad. When it comes to whey, a lot of people don't actually know the backstory to whey and why it's so powerful and how it's actually been used in Europe in the past to heal people from disease, especially in Switzerland and in those areas. And there are actually, I don't know if you could call them hospitals, or they were actually
it didn't start out as a bodybuilding supplement. It started out purely as a health supplement.
Yeah, but were they hospitals, or what would you call these places?
Spas, really.
Spas, ancient
really.
Spas,
When it goes back to the 1700s, doesn't it, in Switzerland? So doctors were using it in that time. And I think that was liquid whey.
That was liquid whey.
Obviously, it's developed and the science has improved where you can get it around and have powder.
It was liquid whey, and it was used to heal and nourish the body when people were dealing with disease. And in fact, there was I just want you to drink this solely for, I think it was a few weeks at a time. And people go off, especially into Switzerland and into the mountains, and do this with this healing protocol. And the results were untold. And said before, as Tom just mentioned there, it's not just been a product that's been used for athletes, and that's actually a bastardised version of it anyway. It's nothing like that. This is a therapeutic supplement that you can use. In fact, as Tom said once again, it's not even a supplement, it's actually food. It's just real food in concentrated form and stuff that you can take with you, and the health benefits are actually phenomenal. I think you had a list somewhere of...
Yeah, I would actually say with something like this, when you get to real superfoods, it's like with other things used in the past, in the end you don't really mention the benefits anymore because it does everything. So it's like whatever you need it to do, it's
fills in the gaps.
It's getting you to self-repair when it's real superfood. But obviously you've got all the classic things like increasing lean muscle mass, raising energy levels. It's detoxification as well. It's obviously your immune system, but heart health.
It's endless.
Yeah, really everything. It's still obviously this whey still covers all of the benefits that the typical wheys are sold to bodybuilders and gym goers for. So
it's going to be even more effective, than other things. It's doing all those things and better. So it's ticking every single box.
Well, it's like when people say, because we bring it to market, but it's going to be more expensive than other proteins on the market. But there's a reason for that. It's because it's so much better. But yours is twice as much as the whey protein I can get
10 times
from
as good.
whatever. Yeah, exactly. It's the same reason why Ferrari is, I don't know, what, 5, 6, 7 times more expensive than the average car. It's because the quality, and said before, I didn't want to bring anything to market that I wouldn't take myself. I wouldn't put my name
And
to
it's
it.
small batch made, it's not factory made, there's not warehouses full of it and millions of cows being milked. It's small batch, and it's from an Amish farm, so it's not mass produced.
Yeah.
So it's just not on that, it's not in that world.
It's a unique creation. That's it. It's a unique creation. That's why you said before. It's the same as anything in this. You get what you pay for, and we weren't gonna cut any corners because I didn't want to bring you an inferior product when I could bring you a superior one by just not to cut any corners and not going around. I always like to say, you keep on cutting corners, you end up going around in circles, and there's always got to be someone who brings this product to market. And I can't believe no one's done this yet. But I'm glad they haven't, because I'm glad we get to do this with Kaizen and really help people change their lives. If you add this product into another healthy, you can't take this product and do everything wrong. It's going to help. It'll help, but it's not a magic bullet. But you add this to your healthy diet, lifestyle, clean up your environment, and you're going to see your health soar.
Yeah.
Just on that last point there, Brian, we're not bringing this product to market just because we want it for the price. We're bringing it to market because we want it to be the best product.
Mm-hmm.
So we're making the best product, and the price is because of the value of it. That's the way we've come about it from.
Yeah. And I was just putting that out there because people would say, oh, it is more expensive. But it's the same as, for example, another product we used to use for a long time and still recommend is living fuel. At the top of that's £90 now, and is a reason because they don't cut any costs when it comes to it. In fact, a scoop of this with a scoop of that would be different gravy. It's something that I'm really proud of that we put together.
I take it regularly myself.
Yeah, this is proud of everything, like the product, the branding, the jars. It's something that I'm just super excited to get to people.
Yeah, like I said, it's in my top 5. I want the very best for myself, and obviously get so many health questions every day on every platform, so most people don't really know what they want. They've got one specific problem, but there's usually 5 or 6 things that fix everything, and I've always wanted a real good superfood like that that's broad spectrum. And like I said, I liked colostrum before, but most of the colostrum's been pasteurised as well. Even brands that I thought, wow, they're really good, I found out a few of the others of them were pasteurised. It's always been a missing link in the arsenal of great products that I want to give people. So more and more, I don't want to spend so much time giving people health consultations and saying, take this, taste that. It's like, if I can give them 5 things or 4 things that fix everything, then that's fantastic. And I would put real whey protein, which is this, in that top 4 or 5 for someone.
That's the thing, yeah. I was just going to say, why we put this? Because when you look at it, when I first got into this 13 years ago, some of the superfood drinks I had to take, there wasn't all the nice green drinks and berry drinks you get. It was like mixing cacao and spirulina and camu together in coconut water and just gulping it down and just trying to get through it. But today there's some quality companies out there that make some really nice greens and berries drinks, but there isn't one that does the highest quality, non-denatured, never heated whey protein that we are bringing to market now. That's why we did it, and looking for something, as Tom said, top 5, something I have every day, because I just know how fantastic, phenomenal it is for everything, broad spectrum, and can't wait to get out to you.
It's up there with vitamin D as far as I'm concerned. If you're not lucky enough to be in the sun regularly, it's got to be in everyone's top 5 of foods to be regularly getting.
Yeah.
It's as important as vitamin D, which is one of the most important there is, obviously.
The best thing about it as well, what we're doing, it's completely unflavoured at that moment, so you can add raw honey to it, you can add your coconut milk or your raw milk and a couple of bananas, and it'll taste delicious. You can get some raw cacao powder, put that in for your children if you want to make a chocolate one, and it's unflavoured, and it's literally, you can mix it with anything, it tastes good, but as long as the other stuff tastes good, because it's flavourless, so there's nothing to dislike about it, and it's just super clean that way.
That's also something we'll be doing on the website and on social media, is putting on recipes, things that you can have it with. So there's, like you said there's loads of ways to have it, and we're going to obviously be helping people with ideas.
Yeah. With that confident this is like the number one superfood and supplement that you should take, that we're really only just concentrating on this, and there's so many ways you can use it that the website is constantly going to be improving and updating with more ways that you can use it, more recipes and smoothies and little ways to take it during the day and how much you need depending on your activity or your health needs at the time.
Yeah, 100%. And as I said before, it's multi-use. Breakfast, snack, lunch, dinner. You can be used to any of them, and lots of people today living very
astronaut food, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think.
Well, it's like people living super busy lives, super stressed, and they're not getting. And most of the food they're eating isn't actually real food. They're not even digesting it. This is something that's highly bioavailable. It's real. It's the nutritional profile of it is unparalleled. Can't wait to get it out to them guys, to you guys, and I can't wait to get it out to them. And yeah.
It's an important point that you said, that it does so many things and it's in the top 5, because I'm coming from a fitness background. So when I started living with you, Ryan, 2 years ago, I had the basic knowledge of health. I was taking like the basic supplements, but I remember saying to you, like, I just want something, tell me the top like 3 to 5 things that I can take. So like for anyone listening to you now, and on the podcast, if this is something that will be in their top 5, this is something that would make it so simple for them. And you know, when you told me what you would include in my top 5 2 years ago, this would now be one of them. I mean, it simplifies things and makes it really easy.
It's just like, it's super clean. It's so clean. It's like having I can't say that, but it's like having a medicinal grade.
Enough, can we? No, but clean and unadulterated it is.
Yeah, and that's it, because it's such a bastardized product on the market, and it's been
like
it's been promoted in a way.
It just things get ruined, and
yeah,
it's got bad reputation.
Become a cash cow for massive companies, especially in the fitness industry.
So, and it's never ever been done right until this point. So it's been a real amazing thing to be at the dawn of finally whey protein. That'd be a good slogan, wouldn't it? Whey protein done right.
Yeah,
write it down. For like loads of the guys that we train to give it to them, because
really
all the time guys asking me, what do I need to take, Greg, to help me get leaner, fitter, stronger, feel healthier, more energised. And you know, I'm trawling through the internet trying to find them decent ones, and now we can finally give them something that we know on heart is just absolute top quality.
And most of them, you know, people I know, they think they're taking things that are healthier, and they're actually like making their body more toxic, more inflamed. Their body is actually using its own life force to break it down. People don't understand this. When they're having dead foods or processed foods or refined foods or foods that are they're not easy to break down from the body, what the body's actually doing is using its life force to break them down. It makes people more tired. It detracts from their own energy, detracts from their own life force. It ages them prematurely. It means it slows down recovery. In fact, it lengthens recovery times. And so taking this and having something that's so pure, this is what I want people to get back to. Having real organic food, living, rather than thinking like taking all these things. This is the health and fitness industry. They're almost like they're just almost polar opposites now, because the fitness industry is promoting all this stuff. It's like instant energy and all these things, that instant energy full of artificial sweeteners and things like heavy doses of caffeine, things that jack you up at the moment, but they detract from your health long term. And a lot of people can't even get out of bed because they're having so many of these supplements and caffeinated beverages, etc., that they've completely shot their adrenals. And all that tells me is you're just completely demineralized. So you need to have foods that are high in minerals, have micronutrients, not just macros. And yes, this protein is a macronutrient, but it's actually micro as well because of how pure it is. It's filling in all the gaps. And so start thinking about your lifestyle, not in terms of what you can get out of it instantly now and having a quick fix and boosting energy, but like, how can I sustain this? How can I be the healthiest, happiest, most vital I can be? And this is also fantastic for brain health, for mental clarity, because of all the amino acid profile in it.
It's anti-aging.
Anti-aging,
which doesn't just mean anti-aging like stopping you looking older. It means everything in your body and your mind working better.
So your biological age.
Yeah, continuing to work. So it's just like, why should one degrade with age?
The way people age these days, it isn't how you should be aging. People get older and they start being decrepit and losing muscle mass. You can age very well if you're doing the right things. And yes, you will get older, but you don't have to become basically wheelchair bound, like a lot of people do. They can't move. The best way to live. The best way to not age is to live like you're young, and to make sure you're having high quality foods and living at the diet and lifestyle. And this is something you'll add into it that will just help you improve in every factor. So that was our little rundown.
Introduction. We're going to have a lot to say about this, aren't we? There's going to be so many things to cover this, and we're only just starting, so we're going to have loads and loads of feedback and success stories on this, and we're going to keep talking about it because it needs to be talked about.
Mate, it will. It's, as I said before, the best is yet to come. This is just the beginning. So thanks for coming on the show, boys.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Well, mate.
And
exciting times ahead.
I'm sure this won't be the last time we do this, but anyway guys, that's it for this time. See you on the other side. So guys and girls, we come to the end of another quality episode, and I just love getting this information out to you. Now, if you have been struggling with a health issue, or you're just looking to get to the next stage of life and really reach your full potential, you can find all the information about how you can connect with me or the courses we offer at w.reviveyourself.co. There you'll find the Total Health Revival course, which is a real education in health and healing. It's not only going to teach you how to get better, but also how to stay better. There's another course like it on the market. It's 8 modules that cover everything you need in holistic health, from not just nutrition, but your mental and emotional health, your environmental health, biological, spiritual health, everything you need to not only create a healthy body, but to maintain that healthy body. And it's like no other program on the market. You also got the chronic fatigue solution there, which was my book teaching you all about what the truth is behind 3 big secrets of health. So you can find that there. And I also link to many of the supplements that I recommend in the shop, different companies, all highly recommended by myself, companies I use. And keep your eyes out for Kaizen, which is coming very soon. That's going to be the best whey protein on the market that can be used for a whole plethora of reasons, whether it's athletic recovery, whether it's as a baby formula, whether it's to increase your energy or to detoxify the body. This is like nothing else on the planet, and I can't wait to get that out to you. That will be coming soon. But otherwise, that's it for today, people. If I didn't mention it earlier, you can always email me at ryan@reviveyourself.co if you want to have a chat about any coaching opportunities or any of the programs that we've got. And I'll speak to you soon. Lots of love. Take care.